Hi again, everybody. So I was telling Elmar yesterday night that we are just started making the presentation. We would be getting results still during the presentation. I just learned from Jenda that we are getting some really good results that finally we should add to the presentation. Anyway, so Mirko can actually mention them. Anyway, so the second half of the talk should be oriented now on this. So you have, up until now, you have heard just about the acoustic unit discovery. Now the second half of the talk should be more oriented on the word recognition and on the unsupervised speech recognition system. And so let me just give you the very quick overview what kind of systems you are going to hear about. So first, Thomas will come and will tell us something about how can we actually jointly train the word recognition system and the acoustic unit discovery system. So we will tell you something about this loop where eventually we can learn some word segmentation from the acoustic unit system, rescore those things and get better alignments, and the acoustic unit discovery model can benefit from the better alignments, and we can get better acoustic units, and then we can feed it back and get better word recognition and so on. But he will demonstrate it just on simpler automatic word discovery model. I mean, simple in the sense that the inference in the model shouldn't be all that difficult. And so this automatic word discovery system is something that was actually proposed by Daichi originally. And this model is just something that doesn't have any language model, doesn't know anything about words, but it actually sees text. So the original experiments were run actually just on unsegmented strings of letters, but it can be applied to phonemes or automatic units in a similar way. So you feed this text in, and the model is supposed to figure out what are segmented into basically text like this. So this is what in unsupervised way you feed the thing into the model. This is what you get out. So you get kind of text that looks like nicely segmented text into words, and the model needs to figure out what are the words, what letters the words are composed of, and language model on top of the word, so that you can do the segmentation properly. So this is what Thomas will be using and demonstrating how to train things jointly. And then you will hear about few different approaches that we used for the word recognition, and there will be Mirko that will tell you about Bayesian lexicon learning. So it would be some Graphon, hierarchical Pitman language model used for Bayesian lexicon learning, and we would be using this lexicon in one of the approaches, which is the word recognition system based on this land lexicon. And so it actually learns the rules for translating acoustic unit sequences into phoneme sequences. Actually, I should demonstrate it on this thing. So the first approach that we would take would be this model, which actually uses this letter to phoneme model. So this model learns that combination letters or combinations letters should be transduced into acoustic unit sequences. So this is basically the problem of the grapheme to phoneme or letter to phoneme transduction, and we learn in unsupervised way such model, and using such model and using the language model we can already start recognizing the sequences of acoustic units. The other approach that Takahiro will be talking about is perhaps more difficult task, because there you don't learn this rule for like phoneme to letter transductions, but you actually need to learn entry of every single entry in the lexicon. So for every word you need to learn the corresponding pronunciation, or possibly multiple pronunciations. And again, you try to learn it in unsupervised way, just using the language model and the acoustic units, and in Takahiro's case, possibly starting with some small initial lexicon. Well, and there will be one more approach that Matthew will be presenting, which is called this grapheme-centric knowledge transfer. We originally talk it Matthew's heretical approach, because he doesn't follow our religion of Bayesian modeling. But okay, there may be grapheme-centric knowledge transfer. It sounds a little more scientific. So I will now call Thomas and hand this over to him, and he will start talking about the first model.